So, something wild happened on social media recently, and if you're Nigerian, chances are you've either argued about it, laughed about it, or gotten a little too emotionally invested. Yep, we're talking about Lady JasmineC and her "Nigeria is no longer the giant of Africa" comment after visiting Cape Town.
You guys know I'm not the type to talk about things that are happening. Like, I don't even rant. I don't partake in any form of ranting. But you see, today I'm going to talk, and it has come to my notice that some Nigerians, most Nigerians that are suffering and enjoying the suffering. Why am I saying this? So recently I was in Cape Town, and I made a post when I arrived at Cape Town after spending like 2 days in Cape Town. I said I used to think Nigeria was the giant of Africa, but I don't know if I still believe that anymore. That Cape Town is so beautiful, and I wish our country can be this developed, you know. And when I made that post on Facebook, you need to see the comment section. People were coming after me. Why would you say Nigeria is no longer the giant of Africa? Why would you be demeaning Nigeria? Why would you praise Cape Town like that? They won't bring disrespect to our country. For crying out loud, let's call a spade for one time in our life. If nobody's talking about this, if we're not talking about this, how are we ever going to be developed? Some people are like, you just ordinary Cape Town where you go, you don't they talk. If you can't go Europe. In my 20s, I've been to 11 countries. And one of the most richest country in the world, Qatar, is part of the countries I've been to. A very beautiful country. Dubai, a very beautiful country. Turkey, a very beautiful country. I have never compared any of these countries with Nigeria. I'm only comparing South Africa to Nigeria because it's an African country. And people were saying, when they say giant of Africa, do you know what giant of Africa? I know exactly what giant of Africa is. That's to Nigeria. I do know exactly what it means. Large population, vast landmass, economic powerhouse. Please, I will need you guys to tell me in which of these do we stand at? The large population, are they not suffering? The vast landmass, are they being developed? The economic powerhouse, please, let's not talk about our currency. $100 is equivalent to 1,500 or 600 rands. But $100 is over like 180k in Nigeria or 160k in Nigeria. Do you know if you have 180 rands in South Africa, you have some money. You have quite some money. So what are we talking about? Where is the giant of Africa? Where do we stand out as giant of Africa? Talking about vast culture. Even the vast culture is not being displayed. Do we have enough sightseeing in Nigeria? Do you know that if you travel to an African country like South Africa, Cape Town, you will have enough sightseeing that will get you spending your money in dollars? Take for instance the helicopter ride. For a person that would book like a private helicopter ride, do you know how much that costs in dollars? You'll be able to spend. That is, you're putting your own money in the country. You're investing in your country just for you to have fun. Do we have enough sightseeing in Nigeria? How many tall buildings do we have in Nigeria? I'm going to play videos of certain places in Cape Town for you. Do you know one white woman I saw from England in Cape Town told me that Cape Town is beautiful than most places in UK? She told me that unapologetically. She said that. It's very laughable how majority of you bashing me on my Facebook don't even have electricity in your house. You're using generator to charge your phone. You accept the bare minimum and you're so comfortable with the bare minimum. You don't even have good roads. Guess what happened? I came back from South Africa to Nigeria yesterday. Guess what happened? I was in traffic for 10 hours. I landed around 1 p.m. 1 p.m. My driver was supposed to come and pick me around 1 p.m. My driver left home around 11. 3 p.m. my driver was not at the airport. Someone that left Lekki around 11, just from Lekki to mainland to the airport around 11 a.m. 3 p.m. he was not at the airport. I was so mad. I was cursing. I was thinking the driver was lying. So I booked an in-drive. I can show you guys the proof. I booked an in-drive. Now, that in-drive picked me up about around 3:30, and I was in that in-drive till 10:30 p.m. I arrived my house around 10:30 p.m. Imagine how many productive hours from that 1 p.m. I came to the airport and I got home around 10:30 p.m. How many productive hours was wasted because there was traffic, and nobody's going to do shit about it. Guess what? Nobody's going to say anything about it. Should I talk about when some real estate in diaspora came to invest in the country, to build in the country, to invest in the development of the country? Guess what happened? The Minister of Works decided to ruin their effort. He decided to frustrate their effort by carrying coastal road from where it was or where it is to the land that was meant to be developed by these people coming from diaspora. So how do you encourage development in the country if the Minister of Works, the person of David Umahi, is frustrating the effort of people that want to come and develop the country? Do you know how much that investment costs? Go and find out. Go and Google Win Homes. One Google Win Homes, they had all their proper documentation. They had their CFO, they had their governor's consent, they even had road clearance. They even had coastal road clearance, which means that coastal road, the new Calabar-Lagos road, is not supposed to affect the property. But guess what? The Minister of Works choose to do some selective demolition. And guess what? I'm among people that have property there that was affected. So I can tell you firsthand that this country does not support or encourage development. And you guys want to compare yourself with South Africa, just a city in South Africa. I'm not even talking about the entire South Africa. I'm talking about Cape Town. There is no place in Nigeria that is as beautiful as Cape Town right now. Maybe in the nearest future. Let's be very honest. If you're a Nigerian and you visited Cape Town, please point out one place in Nigeria that is as beautiful as Cape Town. I'll give you $1,000 for free. If you can make a video of one place in Nigeria that is as beautiful as Cape Town, I'm not even talking about the entire South Africa. Some of you came and were saying, Cape Town were built by the colonial master. That means it looks like we need to be recolonized again. Yes, because since we gained our freedom, what did we do with it? What did our leaders do with the freedom we gained? Maybe they need to be recolonized again to understand how the structure of this country needs to travel abroad. You can realize that this country is not fine at all. It's not fine. I can count how many tall buildings we have in this country. I mean, in this Nigeria, I've been to so many places. Out of 36 states, you won't believe that I've been to 18 states in the course of this my humanitarian services. I've been to 18 states in the course of trying to help people. Nigeria is not fine. Even the capital of Nigeria, Abuja not fine. The only thing good about Abuja is that there's no traffic. I don't see all these beautiful tall buildings. I don't see all this fine ass road. We have bombs everywhere, go slow everywhere, bombs. Oh my God, please, you guys don't get me started. I promised myself I was going to be of good behavior. I'm not going to put my mouth in anything that concerns this country. I don't even earn my money in this country. I don't earn my money in this country. I'm in this country, but I don't earn my money in Naira. I work on my social media platforms. There's no platform that pays me in Naira. So when I get paid in dollar and I exchange it in Naira, it's a lot of money. It's like you're rich. But guess what? When you start spending it, you realize that you don't even have money. And you people don't want me to talk about it. How dare you guys tell me to not compare Nigeria with South Africa? In fact, South Africa should not be compared with Nigeria. It's an insult to compare Cape Town. I'm not talking about the entire South of Africa. I'm talking about Cape Town. It's an insult to compare Cape Town to Nigeria. But I see that you guys are very comfortable with your sufferings. I see that you guys are very okay. I promise you guys I will never talk about it. And any day anybody is ranting, don't come and ask for my voice. You guys are enjoying your suffering. Enjoy your suffering in peace. Enjoy it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Since you guys said it's not okay to talk about your country in such a way. I don't even want to talk about the instability in prices of goods. The way prices are hiking. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm making this rant in the most common way that everybody understands. As you can see, I'm not using big English. I'm breaking my words down so that everybody can understand. Somebody that is coming for sightseeing in Nigeria, how much can they spend in Nigeria? I can tell you for free that I spent over $3,600 in 5 days in Cape Town. I did a private helicopter cruise, and that alone, I know how much it cost me. I'm going to put a list of things that I did in Cape Town in just 5 days. How much can somebody visiting Nigeria spend for sightseeing and tourism? Do we have places like that? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you guys need to show me. We can't even get them to spend the money in our country. We don't have what it takes to get them to spend the money in our country. Let's not even talk about the insecurity. Who wants to visit Nigeria with the rate of insecurity? Somebody is afraid of being kidnapped. If you think Nigeria is the giant of Africa, I dare you go for your tourism in Kaduna, Sokoto, all those places. Go there and enjoy your tourism. Go there. Come and tell me one state in Nigeria that you don't need to watch your back at night if you're working. Let's say you're working and you have $10,000 and you have a laptop with you. You don't need to watch your back. You're very sure that you're secure. And then I will call Nigeria the giant of Africa. Giant, large population are suffering. Vast land mass that is not being developed. I don't even want to talk about the corrupt political influence. Yes. I don't want to talk about the corruption in politics before they find me come. Because you can't even freely talk. Freedom of speech is guaranteed, but freedom after speech is not even guaranteed in this country. So make I just... Bye-bye.
Now, let's set the record straight. Lady LadyjasmineC, Nigerian actress and influencer, took a trip to Cape Town, South Africa. She saw the beauty, the infrastructure, the vibes, and then dropped the bomb. I thought Nigeria was the giant of Africa until I visited Cape Town. And just like that, the internet broke. Nigerians weren't having it. The backlash, immediate. Twitter was on fire. Instagram comment sections turned into war zones. People dragged her like generator wires during fuel scarcity. Some accused her of disrespect, others defended her honesty. And me, I was just sitting there with popcorn watching the show unfold. Now let's be real. Nigeria calling itself the giant of Africa has always been a flex. It's national pride. It's what we scream during football matches and what we write in motivational captions. But Lady Jasmine's comment hit a nerve, and not because she's wrong, but because deep down, many Nigerians feel it too. I mean, think about it. You're in Nigeria dodging potholes the size of small countries, NEPAs taking light mid-sentence, and you open Instagram to see clean roads, working infrastructure, and Cape Town sunsets that don't involve burning refuse. You'd start asking questions too. But instead of reflecting, a lot of people chose violence. Memes started flying. People accused her of chasing clout. Some even called her unpatriotic. And I'm just here thinking, since when did honesty become an offense? Listen, patriotism isn't about shouting, "We're the best," when the house is on fire. It's about loving your country enough to admit when things aren't working. And sometimes, it takes a bold statement from someone like Lady JasmineC to force us to look in the mirror. South Africa, for all its own problems, has made progress in areas we still struggle with: public transport, power, urban planning. These are facts. Recognizing them doesn't make us less Nigerian. It just means we've got work to do. And frankly, we should stop reacting like wounded lions anytime someone points out the obvious. The real conversation shouldn't be, "How dare she say that?" It should be, "Why is that statement true for so many people? Why do our young people leave the country at the first chance they get? Why is working infrastructure still treated like luxury? Why is honesty met with insults?" Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not throwing Nigeria under the bus. We've got so much to be proud of. Our culture, music, film, creativity, and resilience. But pride doesn't fix roads. National slogans don't solve power outages. And shouting, "Giant of Africa," won't matter if we keep shrinking from our own responsibilities. So, instead of canceling Lady JasmineC, maybe we should thank her for triggering a much-needed reality check. Her comment wasn't the problem. Our reaction was. It showed just how fragile our national ego has become. At the end of the day, greatness isn't about what we call ourselves, it's about what we do. If we want to keep calling ourselves the giant, then it's time to start acting like it. Build better, serve better, govern better. So to wrap this up, no, Lady JasmineC didn't insult Nigeria. She just said something that made us uncomfortable. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly the kind of discomfort we need to grow. Let me know what you think in the comments. Was she out of line or just keeping it real? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hey, maybe next time someone says something controversial, we'll use it as fuel for progress instead of ammo for dragging. Catch you in the next one. Peace.